Alright. Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between ER-Ling or ER0 or 120, or I just call them 120 because it seems to roll off the tongue faster than 120. Anyways, ER-Ling versus Romantic, a human versus undead matchup taking place here on Terranistan. For all of you guys noticing, the population counter does not work. So, well, I'll try to remember and give you supply updates as it becomes relevant. Now, Romantic has spawned as the red human player over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map of Terranistan. On the top left, we have ER-Ling spawning as the blue undead on the top left. Full cross spawns here, no big surprises. Tomb of Relics, Crypt, and Altar of Darkness all placed down in such a way that it's very difficult to get a surround on this necropolis, get any units to run by, because the upgrade from necropolis to halls of the dead, well, allows you to create a cold tower. Natural building defense does work very well here. We'll see how all of this is going to be unfolding a little bit later. There is a goblin laboratory here that some players have been using in order to pick up and then drop units off behind well-walled off undead. Now, ER-Ling is going for a Dreadlord first. Dreadlord has become a much more common build order. Hats off to Grubby, who, well, has been tweeting out different build orders, and it really feels like there's this hidden excitement in the WarCraft 3 community for WarCraft 3 Reforged. Build orders are being produced again, but an Altar of Darkness Dreadlord first can transition into a fast expansion. What you often do is you try to go and sleep the Forest Troll High Priest. You do have a large amount of ghouls, and on this particular creep camp, the Troll Berserkers are, well, rather easy targets. On top of that, you can then use a Rod of Necromancy. Are we going to see... Oh, sell the Scroll of Town Portal, picks up a Rod of Necromancy. There's a Sacrificial Skull, and it looks like it will be a fast expansion attempt coming in from the Undead. Meanwhile, coming across on the other side, Romantic, and go ahead and clear out the Renegade Wizard creep camp here, pick up some units, and try and, well, or pick up some items. There is a Forest Troll Shadow Priest, very, very useful to try and, well, abolish magic some of those skeletal minions early on. There is a Scroll of the Beast as well, which could get picked up and, well, perhaps sold, as we're going to look at the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, perhaps try and take down those units here. Meanwhile, back at the other side, there is that fast expansion attempt, as I mentioned earlier. Dreadlord picks up a Talisman of Evasion, and we should be looking at one Nerubian Tower here in just a moment. And, well, with that Nerubian Tower and the Haunted Gold Mine, Undead getting a very big a very quick fast expansion, well, has become a lot more common. How is Romantic going to counter this, though? And the reason why it is difficult to counter in particular is because of the sleep. When you are able to sleep and surround your opponent's hero, not only do you lose that hero, you also lose precious time. That's one of the reasons why the Dreadlord is so strong in this particular matchup. He is able to just easily surround units, take them out, get a very big advantage. You're going to take a look at this. Ziggurat is taking a lot of damage here. Are we going to perhaps see a little bit of a sleep? There is a Scroll of the Beast, a perfect item to try and counter, as we are now going to go ahead and surround this one Archmage. Archmage, however, has Cloak of Shadows, beautifully done, in order to try and escape exactly what the doctor ordered, as we may see perhaps some more units trying to head back here. Dreadlord trying to fight back. Low hit point ghouls. Rod of Necromancy not going to work. And this fast expansion attempt is now going to be countered by a tower rush. Archmage is off in position. All that the Dreadlord can really hope to do at this stage of the game is, well, oh, there's the Carrion Swarm, and is to try to poke apart this as much as possible. All right, there's some more speed building. The Dreadlord, that is a lot of units to try and Carrion Swarm through, abolish magic through again. There's another Carrion Swarm. Dreadlord is in a bit of trouble. Is it going to be able to stay alive? There is a lot of damage being dealt, some more units getting taken down, as another peasant could get taken out there. Alright, Dreadlord needs to find a way to heal. Dreadlord sits at level 2, almost at level 3. The guard towers are getting constructed And, well, the population count is a very big deal here. 33 supply going up against a measly 29. More units needed to get added. Blight is not healing nearly fast enough. There is that Dark Dagger. And without a graveyard here to get a Rod of Necromancy, some skeletal minions, well, that is a little bit worse. There is the quick unsummoning now. It is going to go ahead and get unsummoned once more as the units are now looking to back away. There is another Acolyte heading off into a different direction. And what is ER Ling doing? ER Ling is going for, well, transitioning away from this particular strategy. How much did Romantic sacrifice in order to stop this fast expansion? That is going to be the follow-up question. Ghoul needs to get away. Let's take a look at this. Necropolis not upgraded to at all, so it is not upgraded. You are not going to see, well, there is a bit of healing coming across. Let's take a look at this big carry-on swarm being brought through. Forest Troll Shadow Priest gonna try and get away. Meanwhile, more damage coming across here. Dreadlord going after the unit. Is it gonna be able to finish off any of those units here? Dreadlord could easily carry on swarm one, if not both, but it's gonna get within range of the Arcane Tower. Arcane Tower having some major implications there as the Dreadlord loses the necessary mana for that carry-on swarm. ER Ling perhaps not at the helm of his hero, and losing control of your hero, well, even at high level, does occasionally happen. All right, Ghoul's trying to get away. Low hit point. Ghoul down to 49 hit points. It is going to run back onto Blight. And, well, the Footmen definitely do not want to chase onto there, as the units are now looking to back up again. All right. Rod, oh, they can see, are we going to see another use of that Dark Ritual Dagger? Yes, we are. There's a bit more healing again. And this is allowing for this Dreadlord type of play, something that you would not see prior to patch 1.3. Now, Arcane Vault, this little romantic outpost over here at the natural expansion of his opponent. We do not see a tech to tier 2 though. Meanwhile, the Necropolis is already teching to the next level. ER Ling has not sacrificed very much, and well, the supply count is actually rather high. Are we going to perhaps get a sleep onto the Water Elemental? Ghoul is not able to get an easy surround, picking up some items. Dust of Appearance, as we are going to have the Archmage now run all the way back here. Let's take a look at this. We are diving on through a big carry-on swarm being used. There's a Scroll of the Beast, as well as all of the units are going to try to dive on in. Low hit point units looking to get back. Level 4 now on the Dreadlord. Skeletal minions are getting taken down. Guard towers are just far too much. Vampiric aura on all of these units as they are going to be backing away. There is, well, a lot of healing going on right here as a Footman could get taken down. There it goes. There goes one Footman. Low hit point Ghoul down to 21 hit points. It is going to be able to get back as well. We are looking at a very even overall army. Dreadlord, however, seeing that level 4, a big carry-on swarm could be running through all of these units here again. Are we going to be looking at that? There it goes, eating through many of those units, and somehow that Dreadlord is still having mana. I'm not quite sure how this is possible. We should be looking at Obsidian statues as a follow-up here in just a moment. Water Elementals, however, taking a lot of, well, suffering some damage as Romantic says, you know what, even though there's Blight here, I'm going to be setting up an expansion. There goes some Ghouls, and, well, the Slaughterhouse does have meat wagons. This could put some early pressure early on. As you see another change here, Archmage with the Cloak of Shadows hiding during the day. All right, let's head back across over here. Dreadlord getting in some additional healing, fighting off these units. Let's take a look. Gonna get some extra bit of experience. Picks up another Mantle of Intelligence. May try to pick up another Forest Troll Shadow Priest for Abolish Magic to try and shut down these, well, very powerful water elementals. Level 3 on the Archmage will get to level 4 now, and this is going to give the Forest Troll Shadow Priest much more mana. Let's take a look at the follow-up fight. There's a big carry-on swarm again. Low hit point Ghoul trying to get away. Oh, wow, gets away at 11 hit points, but another Ghoul not nearly as lucky. Units are trying to chase, however, without the Unholy Aura. Oh, beautiful use of Scroll of Healing right there to try and save another unit. Low hit point Ghouls are just constantly pulling back. The triple Forest Troll Shadow Priests are causing some major problems as the Dreadlord sits at level 5. And so much range damage and mercenary usage all from this farm here. The mercenary camp and Romantic with that expansion using that extra gold for, well, those units there. the units out from the mercenary camp. All right, sorry. Kids are thumping upstairs. I'll have to check on them in a little bit. It is also rather quite warm. I'm gonna go ahead and try and turn on my AC while I'm sitting at my computer. Okay, let's see how that works. All right, Forest Troll Berserker trying to get back away. Let's take a look. There goes a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Troll Berserker trying to head back still. Troll Berserker down to 107 hit points. It is suffering a lot of damage, and it gets easily taken out. All right, low hit point Ghoul trying to get away down to 47 hit points, as the Dreadlord does have potions of mana. That is going to be very useful, but Romantic has to now be very careful. If he ends up lining up all of his units, as we saw in the past, that's really what making the Carrion Swarm that much more deadly. All right, let's take a look. Are the units going to come in a single file line again? He's trying to back away. That's a perfect lineup once more, and no, they are going to be backing up. Dreadlord, there's the Carrion Swarm. Big damage indeed. Let's see, are we going to finish off any more units? Perhaps get a little bit more experience by finishing off a Water Elemental? No, not quite yet. All right. Troll Berserkers. All these units are now looking to pull back. Dreadlord sitting at 4. Does have a good amount of mana still, and is still trying to put pressure down. Meanwhile, 4 Troll Berserkers also attempting to push down this Arcane Vault. All right. Ogre Mauler now joining in on the fight as well. Let's continue the fight here. There's a big surround onto the Archmage. Archmage could be in trouble. It is going to end up getting revealed, trying to break its way free. One Forest Troll Berserker gets taken down, unable to get back. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord is still continuing this fight here. Yuna's trying to pull back again. There goes another Ghoul, but massive AoE damage by this Dreadlord, as they're chasing after these low hit point units. Supply count, it is 39 going up against 47. Romantic with the larger army ever so slightly. You got to remember there are additional workers coming in from Romantic's army at this point, as the Archmage is attempting to heal up again. Dreadlord lining things up. If the Dreadlord actually gets to level 5, level 3 Carrion Swarm might actually be the difference between victory and defeat. Are we going to tier 3? Yes, we are. No additional heroes, as the Dreadlord going to perhaps try to turn back around, get in some big damage across all of those units. There you are. Nope. That's just ripe for the picking. Come on, where's the Carrion Swarm to try and finish off those units? There it is, lining up and knocking them down. As you see, some easy, well, only a little bit more experience needed for level 5. All right, let's take a look. Oh, another Carrion Swarm. Just love tap right there. Gets up to level 5. And now with the level 3 Carrion Swarm, is it just going to swarm and finish off all of those units? Water or Ghoul down to what? Down to pretty much dead. It's going to get taken down. Let's take a look. 135 hit points. Are we going to see a Carrion Swarm head back? Quick Fiends are going to be able to finish it off. Archmage does not deny it. A little bit of extra experience once more for the Dreadlord. And now summoning the Infernal is going to be a definite problem. All right, Dreadlord trying to, well, engage here. Let's take a look. Obsidian statues, 3 of 4 of them are all here ready to go. You know what that means as a human player. You are going to be facing down a flock or a murder of destroyers here in just a second. Dreadlord gets in a Carrion Swarm, but doesn't really hit much. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend is going to get taken down. It looks like it will get taken down here. Down it goes, down to 53 hit points, down to 17 hit points, and it gets taken down once more. Is the Dreadlord going to perhaps try and turn back around and Carrion Swarm again? That is the question. There is a sleep, and the Crypt Fiend down to 10 hit points, trying to get away, and the Archmage attacks through the trees and somehow hits its target. Dreadlord now looking to back up again. Quad Obsidian statues. We are looking at Destroyer form nearly being done. There's a Death Knight with the Death Coil. Do we have an Orb of Corruption? No, we do not. But we're going to see the lowest Obsidian statue go into Destroyer form. Absorb mana. Rinse and repeat until you have 4 Destroyers with mana. And, well, these towers, these footmen, they're all going to go down. Riflemen, the only real counter in addition to the Troll Berserkers. There you are. You see all of this happening right now. And, the time is perfect to try and engage. There you go. Trying to go after these units. Destroyer's going to go straight here, go take down this guard tower. Carrion Swarm finishing off many of those units here, trying to finish off the remaining of these guard towers. Death Knight still getting in some big death coils, going after the Arcane Tower here. Death Knight getting a lot of mana loss. Carrion Swarm through again. Stormbolt onto the Dreadlord. Dreadlord still having a big problem. Obsidian statue in the backfield, providing a lot of healing. Let's take a look at this. The Dreadlord could try and finish off some of those riflemen as another big carry-on swarm goes through. Could have finished off more footmen, but no, didn't deal that much damage, unfortunately, as we're taking a look at more destroyers getting focused down by those riflemen now. All right, Obsidian statues trying to head back every which way. A lot of low hit point peasants, and the supply count now 65 compared to 41. Ling having a very difficult time with this battle. Death Knight here is going to be able to death coil more. Death Knight halfway to level 2. Meanwhile, Dreadlord not quite halfway either. We're going to be looking at, well, Mantle of Intelligence dropped, picking up double potions of mana. Are we going to see a carry-on swarm here? There you go, hitting many units. And now all of those units are going to be forced to try and back up. Death Knight shows up to the party. Death Knight could end up losing a lot again. Dreadlord is going to get into position, perhaps try and carry-on swarm some more units, and once more gets a lot of the riflemen, but the riflemen are constantly getting healed by those priests in the backfield. This is still not looking too great for Ling Romantic. Going to be able to hold this position, and if this expansion continues to mine, that is going to be a big problem indeed. Dreadlord continuing the fight again. Well, let's take a look at this. Dreadlord destroyer units all trying to engage. Let's take a look. Another carry-on swarm, but it's not really doing as much damage as more and more units have more and more hit points. That is the downside of this. Let's take a look at that. The Ogre Mauler able to get away at, what, 100 some odd hit points. And now what is happening here? Well, half of Romantic's army is engaged, and that is it. That is a big issue as well. Death Knight is going to be wandering around, gets storm bolted here. Destroyer, what is happening? We're going to see some Devour magic onto that water elemental. Death Knight able to slip away. Obsidian statues are getting finished off. Archmage could be in trouble. Death Coil, let's take a look. Finishing off some of the remaining units. Dreadlord gets to 6. And, well, Dreadlord is now at 6, so all bets are off. Dreadlord most likely going to pick up another potion of mana here in just a moment, dropping those Mantles of Intelligence and Circlet of Nobility, picking it all back up to 316 mana pretty much instantaneously. Dreadlord going to be dropping some units here in just a second. And let's take a look at this. Dreadlord there summoning the Infernal, going straight after those guard towers first, and, well, letting the burning aura of that Infernal finish off the remaining peasants. All right, let's take a look at this. There it goes. Dreadlord is at 6. Death Knight is at 2. We need to see more mana on these units. And we are looking at 38 over 78 now, compared to 49 over 50. Ling has taken the lead and is now, well, in the driver's seat of this game, getting the Dreadlord to 6. Death Knight is just shy of 3, and once you have the Death Knight at 3, that level 2 Death Coil is gonna just, well, wreak absolute havoc once again. Let's take a look at this. Geomancer is gonna get taken down. A couple of heavy armor units in here as well. Death Knight now at 3. This is just a perfect opportunity for Ling to, well, sit back, relax, get more hit points and mana across multiple units. The Death Knight now enjoying a little bit of extra experience as well, as we'll see where the Dreadlord is going to go. All right, off to the north here. That Arcane Vault looks like it will get taken down. It does deal chaos damage. One of the reasons why the Infernal is so terrifying. The Arcane Vault taking the full damage, even though it is fortified armor. Dreadlord now heading back off to the north here. Death Knight going after some Renegade Wizard creep camp here. Let's see, there's the oh, that got changed to a 5/4/4, so it's no longer that weird level 8 creep that was there earlier. Gonna pick up some more items. Robe of Magi now on the Dreadlord, in addition to Wand of Mana Stealing. Is that better on the Death Knight? That's actually a really good question, as the Death Knight is the one that keeps everyone else alive, but the Dreadlord would also be very, very helpful in keeping all the other, well, calling down Infernals and pushing through damage. All right, Archmage is at 5. Mountain King is at 3. 6-3-1 compared to 5-3, as we're looking at the Infernal now making its way over. The Infernal is just like, hey, you know what? How do you like me? I'm just going to be standing right next to you. Carry-on Swarm. Big damage across multiple units. Can the Dreadlord finish off all of those units there? Units are now looking to back off. Death Coil saving a unit there. However, some of the destroyers, oh my gosh, an absolute air destruction there, finishing off so many of those flying machines, as the Lich now gets up to level 2. Dreadlord, he's getting chased. More flying machines trying to dodge, unable to do exactly that. Inferno now making its way over, saying, you know what, if you want to chase me, you are gonna be forced to, oh, there goes the obsidian statue, forced to deal with a swarm of bats. Yeah, Batman pretty much taking down all of those flying machines right there. And Ling comes away with the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Ling playing an amazing game. Dreadlord first into fast expansion. It got stalled, but Romantic couldn't really capitalize on destroying that expansion. Essentially, Romantic built a forward outpost, was able to put pressure there, but not real. But I think there was one key battle where you saw a bunch of Romantic's units in a long line that weren't engaging. Only half of Romantic's army was fighting, the other half wasn't. Ling capitalized on that and ended up just dealing devastating damage to his opponent, irrecoverable damage, as we saw as Ling, who mined, well, 5,000, 6,000 gold less than his opponent. Remember, upkeep is also in that formula as well. 6,000 gold less than his opponent, but still was able to get away with the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.